Presented by XRB Radio, 1610 AM, and powered by AudioSportsOnline.com. Brownsburg varsity basketball is on the air. Hello again, everybody. I'm Rob Kendall, along with Chris Worley, coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School as your Bulldogs take on the Cardinals of Southport. And the Bulldogs begin the season with an 0-1 mark, losing a tough-fought first game of the season to Carmel. And Chris, chance for the Bulldogs to get back into their winning ways tonight.
Yeah, Rob, it's hard to say this is only second game of the season, but I think this is an important game for Brownsburg. Certainly, besides you don't want to start the season 0-2, Brownsburg has a rough early schedule, and this would be a good chance to get a win, get Coach Steve Lynch's first win. After this, Fishers comes in here, and then they're at Zionsville. Then Brownsburg will be home to Pike, and then at Avon. So this November-December schedule is tough for Brownsburg. They need to get into the win column tonight.
Well, Chris will have some more information for us coming up here shortly. Before we do, let's meet our starting lineups for tonight's game. For your Bulldogs, number 3, Trevor Lucas, 6 foot, a senior. Number 10, Darian Ringo, 6'2", a junior. Number 11, Tyler Houston, 6'2", a senior. Number 22 is KJ Walton, 6'3", a junior. And number 42 is Kyle Thompson, 6'7", a senior. So Lucas, Ringo, Houston, Walton, and Thompson. For the visiting Southport Cardinals, number 1 is Paul Scruggs, a freshman, 6'3". Tim Jewell, number 5, is a senior, 6 foot. Malik Bennett is number 11, 5'10", a junior. Damari Davis, number 15, 6'4", a junior. And number 50 is Joey Brunk, 6'10", a sophomore. So Scruggs, Jewell, Bennett, Davis, and Brunk are the starters tonight for the Southport Cardinals. So, Chris, we'll turn it back over to you. You got some ads and some information for us.
Sure. Southport comes in here 1-0. Now, they did win their first game. They played Decatur Central, 173-59. They play out of the Conference Indiana. In that conference, Franklin Central, Bloomington North, Bloomington South, Columbus North, and Perry Meridian. So, of course, Brownsburg in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference tonight. Other games in this conference tonight, Avon sees their first action of the year. They're at Plainfield. Indianapolis Howe is at Noblesville. North Montgomery is at West Lafayette Harrison. Pike at Fishers. And then, of course, we're here with Southport at Brownsburg. Right now at your Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint mocha, a milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle. Available for a limited time, medium only $2.99. McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, a sweet, smoky, tangy Western barbecue-style sauce, dill pickles, and mild, fresh slivered onions, now only $2.79. Both are available at your 2 Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street next to Marsh and just off Interstate 74.
Got a chance before the game. Before we do that, want a special thank you to Athletic Director Kelly Wagner, and thanks to her and the entire athletic staff for all that they do, making it possible for us to bring you these broadcasts here on Audio Sports Online, as well as those that air on XRB Radio 1610 AM. Could not do this without her, so thank you for her always being so accommodating. Got a chance, Chris, to chat with former Brownsburg basketball coach last year, in fact, Ronald Norred.
Oh.
So that was extremely exciting. Coach Norred in town, his D-League team. Of course, Coach Norred coaching with the Boston Celtics D-League team now, playing in Fort Wayne last night.
Oh, okay. Coach Norred doing all right?
Yeah, he's doing well, and in fact, May, we're going to try to get him to join us during halftime. So
terrific. Good.
So check in with that.
All right. I'm just looking at look back at that last game a little bit. Of course, Carmel defeated Brownsburg. One thing we'd like to see here tonight from Brownsburg is a little more balanced scoring. Only 4 Bulldogs scored last time. KJ Walton led the way with 17 points. But beyond that, they just had 3 other scores. So they'd like to involve more people in the offense here tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to pause here. I believe we're going to have a brief announcement from the athletic administration, and then the playing of our national anthem, and then we'll have basketball for you. All right, well, some breaking news for sports fans. I'm sure if you're sitting at home listening, I believe, Chris, that Auburn has defeated Alabama.
Oh, in the Iron Bowl. Well, as I told you guys, I made the mistake of watching IU Purdue, but I wish I would have watched more of the Auburn-Alabama game. But and I think IU was victorious.
They did hang on, and again, just getting the score in. It does say into the fourth quarter, 34-28. I know Alabama had the ball, and it was 28-28, so apparently an interception of some sort or a fumble.
Wow.
And I know it did not go Alabama's way because I just received a text from my good friend Jay Baker that said that was unexpected. So we'll see what happens. Yep. On to basketball here, though. The Cardinals of Southport coming out onto the floor. Again, it's Scruggs, Jewell, Bennett, Davis, and Brunk, the starting lineups. They're in the road reds with the white trim. The Bulldogs of Brownsburg now will be introduced. They're in the home whites, purple letters and numbers. And for the Bulldogs, it'll be Lucas, Ringo, Houston, Walton, and Thompson.
For Southport, Rob, they do have one player here a lot of people are going to keep an eye on. He's a freshman, Paul Scruggs, 6'3", but he already has a scholarship offer from Coach Crean and IU.
And he looks good in red, so you can't beat that. Again, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley bringing you tonight's contest here on audiosportsonline.com. Don't forget, we do podcast all of our broadcasts for you, so if you miss any part of tonight's game, you can go back and watch it completely free of charge anytime, and none of this would be possible without our sponsors, and Chris will be reading those names and information for you throughout the course of our broadcast today. And one thing we didn't mention, Chris, in our last broadcast, the newly revamped floor at Brownsburg High School, painted and refreshed this year.
Really looks good with the big, tough Bulldog image at the center court. And, of course, also they remind you of the boys state champions now listed and shown on the court over there, Class 4A 2008 with, of course, the Gordon Hayward crew.
And in the what would be the northwest corner of the gym, you got the Indiana All-Star jerseys for Craig Bruns and Eric Riggs, former Bulldog greats. And then on the far corner, Brahman and Taylor from the respective girls, as well as I believe Mavunga is also over there. So host of, I'm sorry, that is not Mavunga. She's in another corner. Anyway, time for action. And it'll be the big guy for your Bulldogs, Thompson, against the big guy for the Cardinals, Brunk. Bulldogs will move from right to left on your computer screen. Tip is up and controlled by Lucas for the Bulldogs. That's Ringo with it. Ringo across the timeline over to Lucas. Lucas, around the horn it comes to Thompson.
Southport starting in a man-to-man defense here.
To Ringo. Ringo dribbles in the lane. Little floater off the glass. No good. Charging foul called. And that'll be a turnover by the Bulldogs.
Ringo, aggressive move to the hoop. Now, he had a good game last time. We'd like to see him score some more. He can knock down the outside shot, though, too, but I thought he played a good game at point guard last time. Let's see what kind of defense Brownsburg starts in. They're going to go in a 2-3 zone.
You know, it's interesting. We were commenting when we came into the gym today how you'd mentioned that Scruggs being recruited by Indiana. And he is, and I'm sure he's going to get bigger, but he is fully grown at this point. I mean, he is a big guy as a freshman.
Yeah. Muscular build, good-looking athlete, so we'll keep an eye on him there. Turnover by Southport, Brownsburg ball.
Again, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. No score. Ball game just underway here tonight on Audio Sports Online as the Bulldogs and the Southport Cardinals knotted at 0. Ringo with it. Right side over to Houston. Houston comes back center of the floor, picks up the dribble. Ball knocked out of bounds and off the hands of number 15, Demary Davis. So it will be Bulldogs basketball.
Southport an aggressive man-to-man defense to start here. They like to get right up on their foe.
Ball comes right side to Walton, now to Houston. Now to Thompson. Thompson center of the floor. Right side over to Houston, now left to Houston. Houston knifes the lane, goes up, hit, no good. Grabs the rebound under the basket, dribbles out with it, flips it over to Ringo. Ringo to Houston. Houston will fire a three. Shot is up, no good. Loose ball tipped up, out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs.
Well, and that drive by Trevor Lucas, Rob, I sure thought that was a foul. It was a good drive. Got himself under the bucket. 2 Southport defenders went up. Looked like a foul to me.
Our next broadcast will be December 6th against Fishers, if you're looking ahead. So more red will be on the floor against the Bulldogs. Ball comes right side, 3 ball on the way. It's up, it's short. Loose ball, tracked down, saved by the Cardinals. Comes to Thompson. Thompson's got it, pulls it out of there. And here comes Ringo running back the other way. Ringo, center of the floor, right side to Houston. Houston hard to the lane, shot up, basket will not count. And it's another charging foul on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Trevor Lucas, another aggressive drive to the basket, though. Southport defenders were ready there and took the charge.
And I believe Trevor Lucas is the nephew of Jason Lucas, former Brownsburg basketball great. Still teaches PE here at the high school. Center of the floor by the Cardinals. 3 ball is up from Bennett, and it is good. And the Cardinals, with 6 minutes to play in the first quarter, they lead it by a score of 3-0. Walton right side down into Thompson. Thompson lost the handle on it out of bounds. And the ball will belong to the Bulldogs. Last touch by Southport.
Southport is coached by Kyle Simpson, just his second year at Southport. Last year was a big struggle for them. They were 2-19.
And now loose ball tracked down by the Cardinals. Shot up, no good. Foul will be called as Malik Bennett will go to the line and shoot 2.
I think that foul is going to be on Trevor Lucas for his second foul.
Yeah, because he just had a charging foul, so 2 quick fouls for Lucas.
They're going to need Lucas to score. Like we said, they need more balanced scoring. K.J. Walton yet to take a shot, and he by far took the most shots last game. Tried to take a little too much of the offensive load on, I think, there in the third and fourth quarter against Carmel. So right away, Brownsburg is trying to get other people involved in the offense.
And the free throw from Bennett up and good. Bennett is a junior, 5'10". I'm not sure he's 5'10".
No, I'm not sure either, Rob. That's what they used to say about you, too. They used to stretch
right.
your height a little bit.
6'1 and a half.
Right.
235. I may have been 235, but I certainly wasn't 6'1 and a half. So into the ball game for the Bulldogs. I should mention that. Number 4, Jordash Muvunga. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Southport. 5-0 in favor of the Cardinals early on. And don't forget, we mentioned that Carmel ball game. We do have that podcast on the website if you want to go back and check it out. Chris and Troy Weimer with the play-by-play on that one. Did a great job. And the Bulldogs had the lead into the fourth quarter against the number 1 Greyhounds. Thompson, a long jumper, up, shot off the front of the rim, rattles around, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. And here come the Cardinals. Bennett runs the floor, center of the floor, flips it left side. Over to Scruggs, 3 ball up, it's short. And the rebound pulled down, stripped away. Walton's got it now, fast break coming back the other way. Walton stripped from behind, out of bounds, and the ball will belong to the Bulldogs.
Scruggs had an open three-pointer there and just missed it off the rim.
Extraordinary work by our cameraman so far. Good job. Excellent work. Good help is hard to find these days, Chris.
Yes, it is. We do appreciate Mike Kendall on the camera tonight. Careless pass there.
To the hole, Ringo. Now, as you said, Chris, there threw it away. Scruggs has it, running the floor, center of the floor, takes it all the way to the foul line, running jumper, shot up, off the rim, no good, tipped up, loose ball. Scruggs grabs it again, takes it left side, fadeaway jumper, up and good, and it's 7-0 in favor of Southport.
Lucas gets set to check back in. Brownsburg needs to score this trip.
Now, we are told by our man on the spot, Jay Baker, that Auburn attempted, as the shot is up, it is no good, and Mavunga will go to the line and shoot 2. Alabama attempted a late last-second field goal. Auburn caught the ball, ran it back for a touchdown.
This is something Brownsburg needs to do, too, is get to the foul line. There was a large foul shot discrepancy in that last game against Carmel. I think Carmel shot 26 free throws to Brownsburg 6. Now, Brownsburg was 6 out of 6, but they need to get to the line more in this game. Mavunga misses his first free throw.
Second shot up and good. Bulldogs finally on the board now. 7-1.
Mavunga's first point of the year. He did play quite a bit in that Carmel game, just did not score.
Well, you touched on something I think that was very well said earlier, Chris, is there's a rebound by the big guy Brunk, and he'll put it up and in for 2 with the left hand. Thompson did not block out that time. As full court press now set up by the Cardinals, who lead it 9-1 against the Bulldogs. You touched on something I thought was interesting, Chris, that the Bulldogs have got to get more people involved in the offense than they had in Game 1.
Right, no doubt about it. And they've tried to do that already. KJ Walton does not have a shot yet. 5-second turnover.
Yeah, 5-second call on the Bulldogs, so it's going from bad to worse for Brownsburg after looking so sharp in that first part of that first game, trailing it by 8 points. Ringo will check in. Houston will check out. So it is Ringo, Lucas, Walton, Thompson, and Mavunga. There's Mavunga with 2 siblings that have already come through the Brownsburg system. Julian, state champion, and then his sister last year, Miss Basketball. Shot miss. Scruggs grabs the rebound, pulls it back up, comes to Bennett. Bennett center of the floor. Now flips it down as Brunk's going to be called with the charge. Want to take a moment here to remind everybody, if you are a fan of Brownsburg basketball, which I assume you are if you're watching this, Chris will be co-hosting the McDonald's-Hendricks County Sports Show. We did that during football season to great reviews, and we'll be bringing it back. It starts next week from Brownsburg. We'll be taping that on Wednesday. It'll be podcast on Thursday and then air on the radio station Friday night at 6 o'clock. And we will have the new Brownsburg basketball coach will be our guest. Steve Lynch will be with Chris and our friend J.P. Sinclair. So we look forward to that. Mavunga with it, skips it across court to Walton. Walton fires a 3, shot up. It is in and out, no good. Lucas grabs the rebound, stripped from behind, foul called, and it will be against Scruggs. 3:18 to play, first quarter. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. Bulldogs lead it, or trail it, I should say, 9-1. And no foul called on the play there.
See if they run off this inbounds. Ringo a little unsure who to inbound it to. Mavunga will take it in the backcourt.
Bulldogs have had some open looks, Chris, just have not been able to hit so far. Lucas with it, center of the floor. Over to Walton. To Ringo. Back to Lucas. Lucas, 3-ball up. Good.
Big shot. They needed that, and Trevor was able to knock it down. Got open out there. Patient work in the offense by Brownsburg resulted in a 3 there for Trevor Lucas.
2 minutes, 50 seconds left to play first quarter. First basket of the game for the Bulldogs. They trail it by 5. Bulldogs in a zone now. As Bennett has it, now flips it right side over to Jewell. Jewell skips it back across court. Ball on the floor. Scruggs takes it in the lane, flips it right side. Jewell a 3, up, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Walton. Here comes Walton running out of there. Runs the break, takes it to the hole, fouled. It will be a non-shooting foul. Now, if this were the Pacers, he'd be at the line.
Right,
but,
no doubt about that, Rob.
Speaking of the Pacers, I know you are a huge Pacers fan, Chris. How about those Pacers?
Yeah, fantastic. 15-1, I think. I know they beat Washington last night. I think they're off today, but they have been absolutely outstanding. Best team in the NBA, you could say. 15-1.
Yeah, first time in franchise history, even dating back, I believe, to the ABA days that they've started that strong. And the only game that they lost. As the ball comes right side, 3-ball on the way. It's up. It's no good. Loose ball pulled out there by the Bulls.
KJ Walton 0 for 2 from the field, both 3-point attempts, and he's missed 2.
Ball comes around the horn for the Cardinals. Southport with it. Left side over to Jewell. Jewell to Bennett. Bennett a 3, fires it up. It is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Ringo. Ringo out of there with it. To Walton, hard into the hole, shot up, blocked away from behind. Nice block by Davis, as Davis got in there with the hand on it.
Emphatic rejection there by Damari Davis. Came from behind on the play. Good hustle to block that shot.
Thompson and Houston to check back in. Timeout going to be called by Brownsburg, and we'll turn it over to you, Chris, to hear from some of our sponsors.
Wiley Palooza. When you're out doing your holiday shopping and need a break, you need a place to wind down or plan your next move, well, you can do both at Wiley Palooza in Brownsburg. Come to Wiley Palooza's for the early bird specials and get warm with a cafe latte, hot holiday cocoa, and don't forget their special bubble tea to relax by. Stop by Wiley Palooza, 1022 East Main in the Main Street Shopping Plaza. Well, the team's breaking from this timeout. Score 9-4, Southport up.
You know, one nice thing about basketball is the lighting is continuous. So, like during football season, you know, it would get a little harder to see the field as as the game was going on, as the lights would take effect. During basketball, it's just continuous lighting.
Yeah, no problem with that. We like that.
Makes it easier on the video side of things.
It is. We talk about this is a nice field house, Rob. Really is for a high school facility, a beautiful field house.
There's the inbound into Ringo to Walton. Walton back to Ringo. Thought about a three, passed on it, takes it near the elbow. Jumper up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by number 3, Andrew Clevenger. As Clevenger is a senior, 5'11", and in the ball game for the first time.
Well, I wanted Ringo to hit that. I really like his play. He's really improved over the summer. Just needs to get some more shots, get him up there and good, but he's played a good point guard.
Yeah, key really is execution. We got 1:15 left to play in the quarter. Bulldogs trail it by 5, and shot is up and good. They called a foul. Did they count the basket? It looked like they did, as that was Joey Brunk with the 2-point basket and the foul. So the big guy will head to the foul. And it's hard to guard 6'10", Chris.
Yeah, and he's active, too. He looks like to be a good athlete. He's got 4 points here, and he'll be shooting a free throw. But Joey Brunk's been a factor here for Southport in this first quarter.
Yeah, you think about the future for Southport. You've got Scruggs, who is a standout freshman,
yeah.
and Brunk is a sophomore.
Fantastic.
Brunk could be 7 foot by his junior year.
Yeah.
Free throw good, 12-4 now with 1:05 to play. First quarter of action, Bulldogs off to a rough start. They trail it by 8. Ball comes in the corner now, up top to Walton, trapped in the corner, and they're going to say he stepped on the out-of-bounds line. So another turnover by the Bulldogs.
Not a good shot for KJ. He hasn't hit one from the field, and he got pinned against that sideline there. 2 Southport defenders put the pressure on him, and he stepped out of bounds. And he will take a seat now. Mr. Dalton Deshawn checks in at the center position for Brownsburg.
Last year on occasion they had those 2 guys, the big guys in there together, Vashon and Thompson, and that was a pretty effective unit. I don't know if you remember that, Chris, but haven't seen them together this year, and a little surprised given the fact that Vashon is a pretty active big guy.
Yeah. Well, they may, it's going to depend on matchups when they need 2 bigs down low, but we would like to see those 2 together.
Bulldogs playing high on defense now as the Cardinals. Little game of keep away on the Brownsburg pressure. Clevenger with it, center of the floor, right side, flips it off over to Elijah Walton in the ballgame for the first time. A sophomore, 6'3". Brunk trapped in the corner. Walton flips it around the horn. Clevenger pull-up jumper from the baseline. It's good. 10 seconds to play. Brownsburg trails it now 14-4. Back the other way comes Ringo. Ringo, center of the floor, now dribbles right side. Pull-up, long 3, no good. Ball sails out of bounds, and that'll bring it to the end of the first quarter, 14-4. Bulldogs trail the Cardinals here on AudioSportsOnline.com. Chris, take it away.
Hendricks County estate buyers running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? Well, take them to Hendricks County estate buyers in Brownsburg. They buy gold, silver, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg, Hendricks County estate buyers.
Thanks, Chris. Definitely appreciate that.
Well, not a good first quarter at all for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. They trail by 10 here, 14-4.
Again, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs trail it 14-4 as we are set to begin the second quarter of play. Definitely a different Bulldogs team. Well, I guess a similar Bulldogs team to the one we saw in the fourth quarter against Carmel, different from those first 3 quarters. And I'm sure Coach Lynch really concerned now as his team trails a pretty good Southport squad.
Yeah, he is. The only points coming for Brownsburg, but Trevor Lucas hit a 3, and then Mavunga a free throw. So definitely going to need to score more, and they know that. This zone defense not as aggressive as it was against Carmel. We may see them pick up the intensity on defense or maybe switch to man-to-man. So far in this second game of the season, they played all zone.
Well, here come the Bulldogs now on defense.
They are going to man-to-man.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Good call. Bulldogs will be moving from right to left again as we begin the second quarter. Bulldogs in the home white, purple letters and numbers. Southport with the ball in red, white trim. Ball inside to the big guy, Brunk, and uncontested to the layup, up and in for 2.
Brunk has 7 points, and I was watching him on that possession. He's very active down low, has some good post moves.
Houston with the ball. Lucas over to Houston. Houston a three, up no good. Rebound fought for, loose ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Bulldogs.
Tyler Houston did not score in that first game. He had a good open shot there, just couldn't knock it down from three-point range. Brownsburg cold shooting here to start this game.
So here come the Cardinals now, 16-4. Bulldogs down by 12. Big guy back it down, Brunk. They're going to call a foul on Vachon, and that'll be the 15th foul on the Bulldogs. 7:05 left to play in the first half. You know, if you're just tuning in, you may think, man, this game is going fast. Our JV game for the second night in a row over quickly, Chris.
Yeah. What was the final in that JV?
I do not know. I could certainly look for that at halftime. Brownsburg won. Good job, Brownsburg. Loose ball missed. Coming back the other way. Walton has it. Walton taking it hard to the hole. Ball stripped. Gets it back. Easy layup. Up and in for two. 16-6. 6:45 left to play in the first half.
KJ needed that. Good aggressive work underneath and was able to put that short shot in for his first score of the game.
Bulldogs now down by 10 in a man-to-man, as you mentioned, Chris, and seeming to have some success with that early on here, but we'll see if they can keep it up. Around the horn it comes. Down into the big guy, Brunk. Backs down on Vachon. Little pass in the lane, out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Houston in there on defense. It's Mavunga, Vachon, Houston, Lucas, and Walton for your Bulldogs.
Good aggressive defense there by Brownsburg. Cut that lane off, choked it off, so nobody in the lane was open for Southport.
And Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School as the Bulldogs trail it by a score of 16-6. In the lane, hard to the hole. Layup up and in for two. Brunk for two. Lead back to 12. And Scruggs is the one getting all the attention as, of course, the interest from IU. But Brunk, really the guy right now that's the shining star for the Cardinals.
And that was a nice assist by their point guard, Malik Bennett.
Walton takes it to the foul line over to Lucas. Lucas, three ball up, and that is in and out. Boy, Bulldogs just cannot buy a basket at home here tonight. Lid on the rim. Now running back the other way. Bennett takes it all the way to the hole. Shot partially deflected. Loose ball put up. No. Foul Vachon.
Southport able to operate down low and get some close-in shots at the basket here. Coach Lynch not happy as he stares at the scoreboard. Brownsburg trailing 18-6. Southport will be at the line.
First free throw is up, and it is no good. One more on the way now.
Amari Davis at the line, and here comes Brunk. He's going to sit down. He gets a little hand from the contingent of Southport fans here at the field house tonight.
Second one is good. Bulldogs trail it now 19-6. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left to play in the first half of action. So a rough start for the Bulldogs. Walton in the lane, little floating jumper. He's hit. No call. Off the glass. Good for two. And that'll make it 19-8. 5:15 left to play in the first half.
Nice aggressive job there by KJ going right down the middle. He likes to operate from the top of the key down that lane towards the basket right down the middle.
Bulldogs down by 11, and it's been double digits for quite some time now. We'll see if Brownsburg can get a defensive stand and get this thing a little bit closer.
Need a couple steals, couple turnovers, a couple easy baskets, maybe a layup, and then get right back in here, Rob.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Back the other way. Here we go. Bennett snakes to the hole. No good. Rebound pulled down by Davis, and Davis is held up, and they're going to call 3-second violation on the Cardinals.
Good, strong defense by Brownsburg there. Now let's see if they can run a good set here and get at least into double-digit scoring.
Bulldogs with the ball, and the two big players, Brunk and Scruggs, are out of the lineup for Brownsburg right now, or for Southport right now. Walton a three. It's up and good. There you go. 19-11, and with those two big dominant players for Southport out of the lineup, we will see if the Bulldogs can make some headway here.
KJ Walton missed his first two shots in the first quarter. Now has hit three straight and has 7 points.
Oh, nice steal by Walton. Foot race to the basket. Here comes Walton. Up and in for two. K.J. Walton with two.
K.J. Walton taking over here in the second quarter. He let the other guys have a chance. We talked about getting more people in the offense. He let them have a chance in the first quarter, but he says, I'll do it in the second.
Yeah, excellent job there by the Bulldogs. K.J. Walton cuts the lead to 6. Back there, shot blocked by Vashon. Vashon to Houston. Here comes Brownsburg. Brownsburg pulling back into this thing. Ball comes right side to Mavunga. Mavunga picks up the dribble. Over to Vashon. Vashon, an open jumper, good for two. And a timeout going to be called by Southport. 19-15 our score. 3:37 left to play in the first. Take it away.
Ivy Tech, a new Ivy Tech Community College campus, has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for summer and fall classes begins soon. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid officers, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Phil Ward Boulevard inside Crawfordsville, Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY, that's IVY, line for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives.
Again, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs, once down by as many as 13, now only trail by 4, 19-15, 3:37 left to play the first. Chris, you want to take another ad there while we pause?
Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody. Pizza with more toppings than you can count, including specialty pizzas. 5 different kinds of calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread with 2 kinds of dipping sauce. All made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. And don't forget Panuni's Jumbo Wings with 12 kinds of sauce. Mention the XRB and get 10% off of your order. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday open till 11 p.m. Dine in, carry out, free delivery. Call 286-3500. Panuni's Pizza and Wings at 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
All right, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs trail it now by just 4, 19-15.
Well, it's good to see Vashon knock down that open shot off a good assist pass. Brownsburg right back in this game.
Floating shot, no good. Rebound, Walton. Walton out of there with it. Now pushes for the Bulldogs. KJ over to Lucas. Lucas puts it on the floor. Might have got away with a walk. Top to Walton. Walton, a 3. No good. Out of bounds. Last touch by Southport.
Well, you know, in that stretch of time there, Rob, when Joey Brunk, their big guy, who's done a scoring and been so active, when he was out of the ball game, Southport really struggled there, and that's the time period that Brownsburg caught up there in the second quarter.
Bulldogs down by 4, nearly a steal as Walton presses.
Defensive intensity definitely picked up in this quarter for Brownsburg.
And nearly a 5-second call. Bulldogs were pressing for it. Brunk back in the ball game now, by the way. And now nearly a steal. Loose ball. Vashon's got it, pulls it out of there. And here comes Walton. Walton with the ball, right side, dribbles between the legs, faces up, flips it off over to Houston.
Boy, Trevor Lucas was standing wide open for a long period of time over here. They just couldn't get him the ball.
Walton in the lane. He's hit, fouled, and will go to the line and shoot 2. So K.J. Walton with 2:34 heading to the line. Chris, you want to thank another sponsor while we wait for K.J.?
I do, Rob. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly at an affordable price. Westside Plumbing can do that for you as they provide fast, professional plumbing 7 days a week. Westside Plumbing at 445-8399.
19-16. Bulldogs now down by just 3.
Walton hits his first 2 foul shots there. 19-17. What a run here by Brownsburg. Here's the Bronx kid.
Loose ball on the floor, pulled out of there, and here come the Bulldogs running back the other way. Ringo over to Mavunga. Mavunga to the hole, knocked away out of bounds. No foul called, and it's with 2:13 to play. 19-17. Bulldogs trail it by just 2.
Good aggressive move to the hoop by Mavunga. He can handle the ball. He's an athlete. Just couldn't get it up and in over the Southport defenders. Well, 3-point basket, and they could take the lead here, Rob.
You're absolutely right, Chris. That'd be the first lead of the game for the Bulldogs. They have not led. Mavunga, little floater, no good. Loose ball swatted away, and it'll come into the hands of Bennett. Bennett runs up across the 10-second line, Center of the floor, shot up, and he is a dandy little ball player, especially when he gets himself in space. As Malik Bennett for 2, lead back to 4. Walton has it on the left wing for the Bulldogs. Comes back center of the floor. And a blocking foul called on the Cardinals.
Yeah, I believe that foul on Elijah Walton there for Southport. KJ stopped at the top of the key as he does so often, faked a 3, and when Walton came into him, KJ started to drive, he blocked him.
Oh, now the steal, unforced error by the Bulldogs. Bennett has it, dribbles it out, back out, now flips it right side, 3 ball away, it's up, it is no good. Long rebound fought for, Brunk took it away from Vashon. Ball comes left side, jumper up, no good. Ball swatted away. Houston will track it down. And the Bulldogs now with the ball. Minute 20 to play, first half, down by 4. Pass inside, Mavunga up and in for 2.
Good to see him score like that. A great pass, too.
Mavunga in for 2.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
The big guy, Brunk, wide open jumper. Boy, he has got a nice touch. Like I said, I know Scruggs is getting all the attention right now, but you got to figure, Chris, over the next couple of years, this guy is definitely going to get his fair share of looks.
No doubt. Joey Brunk here with 11 points in this first half. Southport leads by 4, 23-19. Is Brownsburg going to hold for the last shot? Looks like they are.
Yeah, 40 seconds to play, first half, and again, is considering they were down by 13 at one point, Coach Lynch may have said, good enough, let's head to the locker room. No worse than being down 4, perhaps down 2 or even 1.
KJ Walton held the ball out there for a long time. Now Darian Ringo is. He's not even bothering to dribble. Southport defense pulled back. They're just going to let Brownsburg run this clock. Now Mr. Ringo will get set here.
Center of the floor, he'll take it right side over to Walton. Walton back across court. Has it, dribbles, picks it up, over to Mavunga. Mavunga, 3, no good. Rebound, Houston. Houston up top, 3 ball from Ringo is no good. And that will do it as we head into the locker room. Brownsburg down 4, could have been a lot worse. In fact, it was at one point, as it is 23-19. The Bulldogs trail it by 4. Chris, your thoughts on the first half, and maybe thank a few of our sponsors here.
Sure. Brownsburg had a good quarter there. We'll get the scoring on that in a minute, but boy, they sure needed to come back like that. So going to halftime, Brownsburg trails. Nelson Jewelers. This holiday season, let Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you select the perfect gift. New collections have arrived just in time for Christmas. Whether her wish list includes a pair of earrings, a sparkling pendant, bracelet, or ring, Nelson Jewelers offers unique and affordable designs in silver, 14 and 18 karat gold, and diamonds. Visit Nelson Jewelers at 22 East Main Street in Brownsburg and online at nelsonjewelers.com. Nelson Jewelers since 1958, a little out of the way, a very much out of the ordinary. Panuni's Pizza and Wings in Brownsburg has something for everybody, and you don't even have to leave home. Call 286-3500 for free delivery to Pittsboro, Claremont, North Avon, and all of Brownsburg. Specialty pizza, calzones, breadsticks, and cheese bread, all made in-house with Panuni's own hand-tossed dough. Not to mention Panuni's jumbo wings. Tell them you heard it from XRB and get 10% off your next order. Check out their Facebook page for specials. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday open until 11 p.m. Locally owned Panuni's Pizza and Wings at 1447 East Main in Brownsburg.
Well, Chris, here in just a minute, we're going to have former head coach of the Bulldogs, Ronald Norad, join us. We'll be excited about that, talking about his new job, and that should be very exciting. He'll be with us in just a moment as you continue to total up our halftime totals there.
Yeah, Southport had, let me look at this just now.
Yeah, you can just get
Southport had 14 points in the first quarter, only 9 in the second. Brownsburg with only 4 points, of course, in that first quarter, and then 15 points in the second quarter. KJ Walton really picked up the scoring pace, plus the Brownsburg's defense picked up the intensity in that. We saw him go to a man-to-man defense in the second quarter there, and that helped generate some turnovers and some opportunities for KJ Walton.
All right, thanks a lot, Chris. We'll look forward to hearing from Chris again to start the second half. At this time, though, we do bring in our good friend, former head coach of the Brownsburg Bulldogs, Bulldog for life, our buddy Ronald Norred. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back in Brownsburg.
And of course, the average person would ask, what are you doing back in our fair state?
Well, I'm with the Celtics Development League team right now, the Maine Red Claws, and last night we played the Fort Wayne Mad Ants, won on the buzzer. And so I had a couple flexible days around our game, and saw that Brownsburg was playing tonight, so I figured I'd get one chance to come, so I might as well make it happen.
I think that says a lot about you, that you spend your free time coming back to see these kids that you coached last year.
Yeah, what I have the opportunity to do now, I'm very thankful and blessed that I can do that. But I really miss Brownsburg, and I really mean that. The kids and the people that I worked with, and just the community in general. This is a special place, and I've realized that even more now that I've left after a year, and I miss being here, so I had to come back for sure.
Well, this team has dramatically improved, certainly from where it was 2 years ago, and you've got to watch these kids and go, I had a big part in that.
Yeah, it wasn't just me. I think our staff, which there's some guys left over on the staff that was with me, and just having those guys here, I'm sure has helped Coach Lynch just getting to know the kids and continue to build on what we started last year. And Coach Lynch has had success everywhere he's gone, and I know that'll continue here.
Was this a hard decision for you to make? I mean, you were so invested in these kids over the first year, and you technically had two. You're so good, you had 2 job opportunities in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, it happened pretty quickly. I got really close to everyone here, and the hardest part about leaving was the people. The place is great, but it's really the people that you spend the most time with, and that was very, very difficult. But like I said, I've been blessed to have these opportunities, and I've been lucky because all the people that I've worked with have said congratulations, and we're sad to see you leave, but we're happy that you're going where you're going.
KJ Walton tremendously improved. What did you tell him last year? Because we really saw that evolution, especially as the year went on. What things did you say to him that you really felt got him motivated to become the player that he is?
KJ is going to be a really good player for a long time, I think. And, I wanted him to know that starts now. Like, that doesn't just happen out of nowhere. And, he was young. He was a sophomore last year and had a lot of maturing to do. And, I really pushed him to be better. I let him and I let our whole team know, hey, we're not going to beat around the bush. He's the best player on our team, and we need him to be the best player on our team every single night for us to be good. And towards the end of the year, he really started to get that. I mean, from when we had him as a sophomore, before his sophomore year in the summer, to the way we ended the season, completely different person. He was never a bad person, but he just got so much better. Was such a much better teammate, and really did things for other people so much better. It was just a lot of fun to watch and watch grow.
Final question before we let you go. You're a Butler guy, so the most important, pertinent Butler question, your thoughts on Blue 3 as the new mascot of the Bulldogs?
I love Blue 3. Blue 3, I got to meet him when he was a baby. He grew pretty quickly, and, I was really sad to hear about Blue 2. You can joke about it, but I think people were legitimately upset when Blue 2 passed away, and I was one of those people, sitting in my office in Boston. And, I think Blue 3 is going to carry on the tradition well, and I'm looking forward to, Blue 3 being there for a long time. So it should be good. Coach,
best of luck with the Celtics. Thanks for all you did for Brownsburg. You're obviously welcome here anytime, and keep up the great work.
Thanks, Rob. Glad to be back.
Thanks. Thank you. Good, man. Yeah, good luck to you.
Hey,
Proud of you.
Hey.
Okay.
Talk. Hey, what's going on? Up there? Yeah, I'm sitting up there.
Well, that was the former head coach of the Bulldogs, Ronald Norred, and Chris. Boy, he is just an outstanding guy.
Yep, and he, we talked about this in the first game. It was fun when he was here at Brownsburg, but you wondered. I mean, he's just a natural-born coach and a leader of young men. He's going to be successful in everything he does in life. You can just tell.
Yeah, he's a great guy. We loved working with him and having the chance to do those coaches shows at the old Hoosier Pizza. And now you guys are going to be back at the you're going to be at McDonald's doing the show with Coach Lynch, so that's exciting too. Coming up this Wednesday will be the first taping of that show. Chris and JP Sinclair will be out there, so we're excited about that. And coming up here, that'll air Friday night on the radio station. Be available for podcast coming up on Thursday. Chris, we got 3 minutes left to go up on the clock before we begin our second half. 23-19, the Bulldogs trail it against the Southport Cardinals. And if you want to take a moment to thank some more of our sponsors.
What is a good neighbor? It's someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. It's State Farm agent Pete Fay. He takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs, so whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. When plumbing problems arise, do you want a plumbing company with an impressive truck or fancy jingles? Of course not. You want your problem solved quickly and at an affordable price. At Westside Plumbing, we understand you want a plumber who is honest, respectful, and knows how to fix the problem. Westside Plumbing provides fast, professional plumbing service 7 days a week. When you invite Westside Plumbing into your home, be assured they will be knowledgeable, timely, and will give your home the respect it deserves. Honesty, integrity, and respect. That's what you get when you call Westside Plumbing. They're at 445-8399. That's 445-8399. Westside Plumbing, serving Brownsburg and all of Hendricks County at 445-8399.
About a minute 40 left to go in the halftime before the Bulldogs take the floor again. Again, our next broadcast will be December the 6th as the Bulldogs back here taking on Fishers. Chris and Troy Weimer will have to call that game, so we'll look forward to that.
Yeah, that continues this challenging schedule here for Brownsburg, so they need to get the job here done here in the second half to get on the win column, get Coach Steve Lynch his first win of what we hope will be many here at Brownsburg. Yes, we will have Coach Lynch on that McDonald's show. If you haven't heard from Coach Lynch, he is a fascinating man, a lot of basketball knowledge. He kind of speaks softly. You may not think he's too fired up, but I'll tell you what, if you've seen one of Brownsburg's practices, these kids really work hard. They are going to be in condition. They do a lot of running and physical training, so nobody's going to work harder this season than your Brownsburg Bulldogs. Let's see if they can continue their good work here after that fine second quarter, a quarter in which they outscored Southport 15-9. Just looking at some of the scoring so far, KJ Walton, after not scoring in the first quarter, scored 11 points in that second quarter. Dalton Vachon has 2 points. Other than that, not much scoring. Trevor Lucas hit 1 3. Mavunga has a 2-point basket for 2 points. Darian Ringo tried a couple shots but did not get on the scoreboard. So, again, more scoring needed for Brownsburg here. For Southport, of course, Joey Brunk led the way with 11 points. Malik Bennett, their fine point guard, ended up with 7 points in that first half. Paul Scruggs, only 2 points. The IU recruit, Andy Clevenger, had 2 also. And 1 point, a free throw for Demary Davis. So here we go here in the second half. Let's see if Brownsburg can get the job done.
All right, Bulldogs will be in the home whites, purple letters, and numbers. They'll have the ball moving from left to right on your computer screen. Southport in the road red white trim.
Southport staying in a man-to-man defense here. Ringo to the hoop.
And shot up, no good. Loose ball tracked down. Ball on the floor, pulled out of there.
Brownsburg will stay in a man-to-man here to start this second half.
3 ball, right side up, no good. Whistle, foul call. I think it's going to be underneath the basket. And looks like it will be.
Tim Jewell for them, number 5, 0 for 5 from the field. Who's that foul on, Rob? Did you catch that?
Did not see. A 42 is what
Thompson.
it's Thompson, and he did check out, so Vachon back in. 7:30 to play. Shot up, no good. Vachon grabbed the rebound, and actually, if you're looking at that, Chris, the Bulldogs far more effective as Walton fouled on his way to the hole with Vachon in the ball game in that first half.
Yeah, he certainly was good in that second quarter, and that was when they made that streak. Number 5, Tim Jewell picks up that foul for Southport. Brownsburg inbounds under the basket.
Walton off to Lucas. Lucas thought about a 3, passed on it. Walton had it stripped. Comes to Vachon to Lucas. Lucas takes it inside into Vachon. Vachon stripped away. Bennett running now. Fast break. Has numbers. Dribbles behind the back. Takes it to the hole. Right-handed layup up and in. Boy, what a play.
Bennett gets his first bucket of the second half on an aggressive play. end to end after the Brownsburg turnover. Tyler Houston going to attempt a three-pointer from the right wing and miss it off the rim, no good.
Shot up, no good. Put back by Lucas, no good. And it'll loose ball tracked down by the Bulldogs. Vashon's got it. Walton dishes off to Mavunga. Mavunga missed the layup. Walton put it up and in for two, and it's 25-21. Timeout going to be called by the Bulldogs. 6:28 left to play in the third quarter.
Mavunga went to the hole strong, but I think he looked like he was fouled there. He took a hit in the side of the head, but Walton was able to follow up the rebound. We do want to thank all our sponsors. You are listening to Brownsburg Varsity Basketball on audiosportsonline.com. Today's broadcast is brought to you by McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Builders, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Palooza.
Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley, 25-21 our score, 6:28 left to play in the third quarter.
It's going to be Southport ball here. Brownsburg will drop off, no press here. Tyler Houston waits for his man at midcourt, and the Southport Cardinal start their offense here.
Bulldogs with the defensive alignment back in that man-to-man, as you talked about, Chris. It's been so effective thus far for them. Oh, a nice steal by Lucas. Lucas fronts it ahead to Walton. Walton, open lane, lays it up and in for two. And the Bulldogs with the lead back to two. That's as close as they've had it since the really the opening tip.
Boy, Trevor Lucas, a nice assist, kept his head up there, saw Walton streaking toward the basket, and got a good pass to him for the bucket.
Bulldogs down by two. Streaking to the basket, in and out. Runk with the rebound, puts it in, count it, hoop, and the harm.
Runk, his first field goal of the second half, and he'll go to the line here. He's had one free throw tonight so far and made that. He has been their offensive leader, that's for sure. Coach Lynch not happy with the referee for some reason right there, letting him have it at half court.
Shot is up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there. And here come the Bulldogs back the other way. To Walton. Walton off to Lucas. Lucas dish to Mavunga. Pump fake, shot block, foul called, and he'll shoot two. Bulldogs down by four, 27-23, 5:36 left to play in the third quarter.
Trevor Lucas with a nice pass to Mavunga underneath the hoop there. Mavunga couldn't get off the floor too high there, and as a result, got the foul and the shot blocked by Southport, but he'll be at the line here.
Shot up and good.
Mavunga with 4 points in the game now. He'll have his second free throw. Some lineup changes going on for Brownsburg here, Rob. Vashon will check out, Houston out.
Shot is up. Second free throw, no good. Lead is now 3. And a foul called on Thompson, way away from the basket. You know, Thompson, Chris, really one of those guys that strikes me as, and you see this at all levels of basketball, big guys that play like little guys rather than little guys, and you'll see little guys that play like big guys. And I think you see a guy picking up a foul his size that far away from the basket, never a good thing.
Yeah, that's right, and that is his third foul, Kyle Thompson.
Scruggs with the ball, spin move in the lane, shot up, no good. Thompson grabs it. Scruggs ties it up with him in a jump ball called. I don't know, Chris, has Scruggs scored tonight?
He has 2 points, Rob. That came in the first quarter, nothing since.
Wow.
He hasn't. I don't show that he attempted a shot in the second quarter. He is still a freshman, so he's still learning. Obviously has talent.
Runk with the ball, guarded by Thompson. Off to Bennett. Bennett spin move, turnaround, high floater, no good. Loose ball, fought for. Ends up in the hands of a Cardinal. That was 15 Davis. Rebound by Scruggs, fouled from behind, and he will head to the line, shoot two, and that's on Thompson. That's number 4, and it is.
Fourth team foul here. against Brownsburg in this third quarter. Scruggs hits the free throw. So he now has 3 points. Stretches the Southport lead to 4 at 28-24. 4:59 left here, third quarter.
Down by 4. Shot is up. It's no good. Loose ball pulled out of there by Ringo. Ringo ahead to Walton. Walton right side, centers up, comes back, flips it up top to Ringo. Ringo with it over to Lucas. Go. Lucas open 3-ball. He'll try it. It's up. It's no good. Long rebound pulled down. Ringo grabs it, pulls it back out to Lucas. Lucas in the corner to Mavunga. Takes it on the baseline, underneath the basket, and a blocking foul called on the Cardinals. Third team foul in Southport. 4:38 left to play in the third. Bulldogs down by 4. Lucas wide open 3-ball. Good!
Got it.
Lead is 1, 28-27. Bulldogs have stormed all the way back, down by 13 at one point, and they have made a ball game of it. 28-27, 4:25 left to play in the third.
Good shot there by Trevor. He needed that. That's just his second 3-point bucket of the game.
Shot is up, no good. Loose ball tipped up by Brunk, no good. Loose ball still live on the floor. Mavunga's got it ahead to Lucas. Lucas runs with numbers, gets it to Walton. Walton to the basket, up and in for 2. And the Bulldogs have their first lead of the game.
Again, a good pass by Trevor. Lucas set up Walton. Brownsburg leads, Rob by 1 point, 29-28. Coach Lynch really trying to fire up this man-to-man defense. Played very well since that first quarter, the defense has.
Round the horn it comes. Bennett takes it underneath the basket. Shot, blocked, deflected. Brunk got it, got whacked in the face.
Sure did.
They have no answer for Brunk, Chris. Absolutely none.
Boy, Coach Lynch saying the Southport offensive man there shoved off with a hand, and he's quite adamant about wanting that call against Southport there, but Joey Brunk will be at the foul line. He's missed his last 2 foul shots. Coach Lynch still on one of the referees at half court there. Joey Brunk will step in for his second free throw attempt.
29-28, Bulldogs up by 1. Brunk makes the second, and we are now tied at 29.
See what they run here. Coach does have Brownsburg coach Steve Lynch has a play called. Spread offense, Ringo on the move.
To the hole, shot up, no good. Vashon had it, loose ball. Bennett tracks it down. And now here comes, oh boy, he fell over his own feet. Loose ball, no call. Gets it to Vashon. Vashon off to Mavunga. Mavunga up, no good. Loose ball comes into the hands of Southport. Bennett has it. Here comes Bennett, and Bennett's going to be fouled on his way to the basket. And that will be the 6th team foul on the Bulldogs. 3:11 to play, tied at 29.
Well, Mavunga needed to put that shot back up and get that basket right there. And then I think on the other end, he was a little still thinking about that miss and a little aggressive on defense, committed the foul.
Picks it up, gets it to Brunk.
Just 3 minutes now left in the third quarter.
Ball comes right side. Over to Davis, and a nickel dimer foul there.
Mavunga, that's his third foul, 2 fouls in a row.
Right, yeah, and that bigger news is that is the 7th team foul on the Bulldogs. So for the next 11 minutes, it will be free throws to wrap up this ball game for the Southport Cardinals.
Dalton Vashon going to check out. No, he's sent back on the court by Steve Lynch, and Mavunga and Trevor Lucas will sit down. Tyler Houston back in the ball game for Brownsburg. There, Damari Davis will be at the free throw line here.
Well, scoring-wise, Notre Dame trails Stanford 14-6. Stanford ball in the second quarter. South Carolina leads Clemson 17-7.
That's a big ball game.
Yeah, number 10 against number 6. And Auburn Of course, the big news, defeated number 1 Alabama. I know Troy does a great job of reading those scores, so I'm just trying to keep pace.
There's a lot of big college football game. I'm going to watch UCLA USC later on.
That is coming up. That is the late game out west. Off to Houston. Houston dribbles center of the floor, picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Ringo. Ringo to Houston. Houston to Vashon. We're tied at 29, 2:35 to play. Walton between the legs. Pull up, long 2-ball, no good. Rebound tipped up, loose ball tracked down. Into Mavunga. Mavunga to Houston. Houston a jumper up, no good. Loose ball tracked down. Save to Walton. Can't get it to go. Loose ball. Brunk out of there with it. Boy, point blank layups missed by the Bulldogs. Here comes Bennett. Bennett dribbles out of pressure. Comes back up. High on the left wing. Flips it in the corner. Ball on the floor. Comes to Scruggs. Scruggs dribbles. Takes it to the block. Oh, goes around his man. Reverse layup.
There's some talent.
Big time move that time by Scruggs as he went around 2 Bulldog defenders under the basket and in for 2.
Only a second field goal. Coach Crean would have liked that move. That showed some talent right there by the young man, Paul Scruggs.
Flips it over to Walton. Walton thought about a 3, passed on it. Dribbles in the lane. Pull up. Jumper from the elbow. No good. Loose ball. Topped up. Comes to Houston. Houston has it. Dribbles out. Into the corner. Picks up his dribble. Still nowhere to go. Looking. And now a timeout. Going to be called. 30-second timeout. Minute 35 to play in the third quarter. 31-29 our score. Chris, take it away.
You're finally on your own, living in your own place, paying your bills, making your own decisions. When your decisions involve insurance and financial needs, it's nice to have a little help. State Farm Agent Pete Fay knows that being on your own shouldn't feel like being alone. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. For Wiley Palooza, when you're out doing your holiday shopping and you need a place to wind down or plan your next move, well, you can do both at Wiley Palooza in Brownsburg. Come to Wiley Palooza's for early bird specials, and you can get warm with a cafe latte, hot holiday coca, and don't forget their special bubble tea to relax by. Stop by Wiley Palooza at 1022 East Main in the Main Street Shopping Plaza.
That's what I'm thinking about, getting you a gift certificate there for Christmas.
Well, KJ Walton's missed his last 3 shots. He takes the offensive burden on himself. We saw him do that in the Carmel game. Sure, he needs to score, but he certainly had a good second quarter, scored again in the second half, but has missed his last 3 shots. So 31-29, 1:35 left here, third quarter. Competitive game after that first quarter, Rob.
Yeah, and the Bulldogs are down by 13 at one point. And now down just 12, 31-29.
See what they run out of this inbounds. Ringo inbounds on the baseline. All the Brownsburg players set down low with 2 in the lane. See what they kind of split they run off this. KJ will go up to the top of the key.
Ball comes into Thompson. Thompson picks it up, comes back to Ringo. Ringo flips it across court to Houston. Houston takes it to the block, flips it around the horn. 3 ball on the way. It's up. It's no good. In and out. Rebound. Walton. Power dribble. Picks it up. Goes up. Hoop and the harm. Count it. And the foul.
Big play. Good rebound by KJ. On the miss by Ringo. Put it up and in and drew the foul. Ringo having a tough night from the field. He's 0 for 5 on field goal attempts. Walton at the free throw line. He is 2 out of 2 at the line tonight.
Shot is up. It's no good, so we're tied back again at 31. Bulldogs with a missed opportunity there. Lee Brownsburg has led once in the ball game. And now we're tied. Oh, nearly a steal there. Bennett guarded closely by Ringo. Dribbles back, flips it off the hands of Brunk, out of bounds. Bulldog ball. Minute 7 to play, third quarter, tied at 31.
Southport with 3 turnovers this quarter. Brownsburg only 1 so far here in the third quarter that I've got. Big opportunity right here, Rob, with the score tied at 31. They'd like to take a lead going into the fourth quarter. 1 minute left here in the third.
Here come the Bulldogs now. Ball over to Lucas. Lucas with it, looks around, flips it up over to Thompson. Thompson holding up, flips it back to Ringo. Ringo dribbles center of the floor to Lucas. Lucas faces up near the free throw line over to Thompson. Thompson dribbles high on the wing to Lucas. Of course, Thompson playing with those 4 fouls to Vashon. They got the big guys in at the same time.
Yeah,
I just
they do.
noticed
You
that.
talked about it, and here it is. Brownsburg going big. Is certainly patient working the ball around now. 32 seconds left in the quarter. Vachon.
Jumper, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Davis, and here come the other way. Boy, he might have got away with an extra step, and that's what Vachon said. Didn't matter, though. He flushed it home, and we got a whistle and a timeout, and Steve Lynch is not happy, to say the least, at Dalton Vachon.
I don't think he didn't hustle back on defense, but wow, what a play there.
This is a prove-a-point timeout right now, and Chris, if you want to take it away with the sponsor, I think he's going to use his full 30 seconds.
Sure looks like it. Well, he is really upset.
Well, I don't know what he did. He's not happy.
Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. For more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Well, if you're just tuning in, exciting ball game here. Boy, it's been an exciting day of football and now high school basketball, and, of course, state finals going on downtown at Lucas Oil.
Right, Carmel Warren Central tonight.
Yeah, 33-31 here, and with 10 seconds to go, the Bulldogs with a chance to tie or take the lead. Ball to Houston. Houston in the corner. 5 seconds to go. Tipped away.
Pass.
And a layup up and in for two.
Malik Bennett.
Yeah,
with
beat the
11
clock.
points now, and that was a careless pass over there by Tyler Houston, led to the turnover in the Southport break.
Yeah, disastrous 30 seconds in that third quarter. Bulldogs down 35-31 as we head to the fourth. Chris, back to you.
Running a little short on cash or got some collectible items around the house you don't need or want? We'll take them to Hendricks County Estate Buyers in Brownsburg. They buy silver, gold, coins, tools, electronics, and antiques. They specialize in one-piece or entire collections. If you have an estate or household liquidation, call them first. Ask for Justin at 317-286-3652, 7 days a week. They're on the corner of Main and Odell in Brownsburg. That's the Hendricks County Estate Buyers. Also, right now, Brownsburg McDonald's, you can try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint mocha, mild blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup, topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle. Available for a limited time. Medium only $2.99. It's available at your two Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street, next to Marsh, and just off Interstate 74.
Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live from Brownsburg High School tonight. Bulldogs trail at 35-31 as we're set to begin the fourth quarter against the Southport Cardinals.
Well, this hasn't been the easiest last 5 minutes on the clock for Coach Steve Lynch. He has been big-time upset twice, and good reason to be. A careless turnover there, and then didn't hustle back on defense on another Southport break. So Southport ran off 4 straight points now. They lead 35-31.
Bulldogs with the ball. Moving from left to right on your computer screen in the home whites, purple letters and numbers. Cardinals in red with white trim. Around the horn it comes. Walton a three. It's up. It's good, and the Bulldogs cut the lead back to 1, 35-34.
Boy, KJ, he needed that.
Oh, and Bennett's going to get hit with an elbow, a foul on Bennett, offensive foul, as he was sticking the elbow in the face of the defender. I'm not sure who that was, if that was that
Ringo was defending
Ringo,
him.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, might have gone either way there. Certainly Southport thought it went their way, but nevertheless the call, Brownsburg ball.
Lucas around the horn to Ringo. Ringo picks up the dribble in the corner to Walton. Walton back to Ringo. Ringo, center of the floor, now takes it left side to Lucas. Lucas dribbles out of the pressure, back to Ringo.
Southport in the zone now.
They're really trying to draw him out. And if they can feed that ball into Mavunga. Now there's a jumper by Walton, no good. Grabs his own rebound, takes it in. Off to Mavunga, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Walton. 7:08 left to play in the third. Or the fourth, I'm sorry, and it's 35-34.
You know, all this game and his aggressive play, that is KJ Walton's first foul.
Keep in mind, 8 team fouls on the Bulldogs, but just 5 on the Cardinals. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Southport Cardinals. And Rob Kendall, along with Chris Worley, coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School. If you are just tuning in, 6:57 left to play in the game. It is 35-34.
Good trap there by Brownsburg defense, playing aggressive.
And a timeout going to be called by Southport with 6:52 to play in the game. I believe that'll be a 30-second timeout. So, Chris, if you want to take it away, let's hear from another sponsor.
A new Ivy Tech Community College campus has opened in Crawfordsville. The campus is easily accessible off I-74 at the Crawfordsville exit. Registration for summer and fall classes is ongoing. The new campus has science labs, computer labs, and a complete associate degree in business. You can meet with admissions and financial aid advisors, take an assessment, and register for classes on site. Ivy Tech is located at 2325 Bill Ward Boulevard inside Crawfordsville Commerce Park. Go to ivytech.edu or call 888-IVY, that's IVY, line for more information. Ivy Tech is changing lives.
Okay, here we go. Your state championship scores. Let's see here. Well, never mind. I was trying to track down some state championship football scores, but okay, here we go. All right. Columbus East falls to
won.
Bishop Dwenger, or defeats Bishop Dwenger, 28-27. Cardinal Ritter, 56-6 over Tipton. That was a game today.
Quarterback Parika.
Cathedral, 42. Westfield, 18. Andrean, 35. Burbuff, 27. Tri-Central, 20. Eastern Hancock, 10. And those are your football finals thus far.
Boy, Southport, Malik Bennett fed Joey Brunk breaking for the hoop, but KJ Walton was able to come around and get it knocked out of his hands before he could get a shot up to the basket. Southport ball underneath the basket now.
And there's still one more game to go, or probably going at this point. Who's the big game, Chris?
Carmel Warren Central tonight, real big one.
Carmel Warren Central.
That'll be a big crowd at that game. You know, they've had, I looked at some of the stands. They had good crowds. I was a little disappointed in Westfield as a conference foe to Brownsburg. I wanted Westfield to get that done, but the good old Cathedral Magic worked, and they captured another state title.
Yeah, I think the folks at the IHSAA are quickly learning it's not that they were in the wrong class. It's just that Cathedral's very, very good.
Right.
And could probably win the 6A if you
could. I was going to say, they could.
Round the horn, Bennett a 3. Oh, boy, great shot by Bennett. Oh, talking a little talk to Ringo as he put that one in, and it's 38-34 with 6:05 to play in the contest.
You know, Mike Bennett's had a good game. He's had 14 points now for Southport.
Thompson to Walton, to Ringo, back to Walton.
Southport in his own defense now. Walton will shoot.
Whoa, big 3 by Walton is good.
Was that a three-pointer or a 2, Rob?
They're going to call it a 3, and there is no replay in high school athletics.
Walton with 25 points now after not scoring in the first quarter or just getting a bucket.
Top of the key. Now Bennett with it. Dribbles left side. Oh, stripped away out of bounds.
Good
Last
defense
touched by Brownsburg.
Marion Ringo could sure play some defense. He likes to pressure his man, and he's got quick hands there. He knocked that ball out of the Southport's player's hands. Ball is out of bounds, and Southport will inbounds underneath the basket. Paul Scruggs looking to do the inbounds.
Into Bennett. Bennett shot blocked. Here come the Bulldogs. Running back the other way.
Keep going, Ringo.
3 ball. Lucas. No good. Thompson, rebound, up, shot blocked, no goaltend. Bulldogs wanted a goaltend.
That had to be a goaltend.
Didn't get it. Did not get the call, but fortunately for Brownsburg, they came out with the basketball. So a huge break for the Bulldogs, huge break for the Cardinals, too. That could have gone either way. Walton with it. Now the Bulldogs run the weave as they end the ball ends up back in the hands of Ringo.
Boy, Kyle Thompson with a
Thompson
shot
there flexes at the elbow, and now a whistle and a foul.
A foul on Bennett, and I think that's his third. 16 fouls now for Southport here.
Lucas off to Ringo. Ringo dribbles in the lane, flips it up top Now comes over, power dribble, Ringo up, off the glass, no good, grabs zone, rebound, goes up again, still couldn't get it to go. Loose ball into the hands of Mavunga, and another foul, this time on Bennett.
Boy, Darian Ringo just cannot get one to go. He is now 0 for 7 from the field. Had a couple close-in shots there. I know he's frustrated, but a good effort here. 38-37. We got a tight one, folks, with 4:39 left in the fourth quarter.
Mavunga to the line. The junior will shoot one in the bonus. That's the 7th team foul on the Cardinals.
Mavunga 2 out of 4 from the foul line in this game so far. Got it. Mavunga with 5 points this game. He did not score in the opener, so little production here from Mr. Mavunga. KJ Walton again leading the scores here tonight, but Brownsburg has balanced out that scoring a little bit. He misses the second one.
Loose ball tracked down. We're tied at 38. Now coming back the other way. Top of the key. Scruggs with it, tries to go one-on-one. He's picked up by Lucas, now picked up by Ringo. Oh, nearly a steal as he gets it back, and now they'll restart the offense. Lucas giving Scruggs room to work. He'll take the high screen, now takes it left side, picks up his dribble. Somebody's open, and they'll get it back to Scruggs, center of the floor. 4:10 to play.
Boy, the intensity level in this game's really picked up, Rob.
Yeah, it has. This could be the deciding moments right here. Now whistle and a foul on Mavunga on the big guy, Brunk. Huge height advantage. Somehow Mavunga got matched up on Brunk. I'm not sure how, but it'll put him at the foul line, shooting one in the bonus. That's the 9th team foul.
That is Mavunga's 4th foul of the game. Brunk 2 out of 4 from the line here, and he'll step to the free throw line for a couple big ones here for Southport. The game is tied with 4:03 left, fourth quarter.
Shot is up. It is no good. Lucas Skies in for the rebound. And back the other way.
Brunk has not scored here in the fourth quarter. Okay, they need to run a good set here, Rob.
Center of the floor, Lucas. Oh, he's wide open. And he got it. Around and in and down, and it's 40-38. Mavunga gives the Bulldogs the lead. 3:30 to play in the contest. The Bulldogs lead it by 2.
Mavunga doing a good job here. Hard pressure on the ball by Ringo.
Oh, loose ball stolen away. Walton's got it. Foot race to the basket. Tips it ahead, and he will lay it up and in. And a timeout going to be called by Southport. Kyle Thompson on the back end. Gives a big fist pump.
Good few minutes there by Brownsburg. Like we say, the intensity did pick up, and a good little run there by Brownsburg has them leading by 4 now, 42-38.
Yeah, you said 42-38, 3:15 to go. Chris, take it away.
Nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future, and now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. So for more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
3:15 left to play in the contest. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. Game reset for you. 9 team fouls on the Bulldogs, 7 on the Cardinals. So it's double bonus for Southport, single bonus for the Bulldogs the rest of the way. Brownsburg trailed by as many as 13 in this contest, and now leads by 4, their biggest lead of the ball game.
KJ Walton did not score in the first quarter. He has 27 big points now for Brownsburg, so after that first quarter, he has really taken charge on offense. Let's see if Brownsburg can get the job done. Like we said, this is an important game for Brownsburg to win. Of course, they don't want to start the season 0-2, but if they can make it 1-1 because they got a tough schedule ahead here, Fisher's will be in here for our next home game.
Bulldogs on defense.
Good pressure defense by Ringo again on their point guard, Bennett.
Top of the key to Brunk. Brunk dribbling, guarded by Thompson, picks it up, nowhere to go with the ball. Now gets it off to Bennett. The Bulldogs have really won the ball game in the half-court set tonight. The Cardinals have done a great job in the full court game, but Brownsburg really done a nice job when they've been able to set their defense here
Yeah.
tonight. Bennett with it. Boy, he has had a great game. Into Brunk. Brunk up. Shot blocked and a foul called on Thompson, and that's number 5. Thompson has fouled out. If it is indeed on him, it is, and that'll be it. So Vachon, no, he will go small. He has not put Vachon, I don't think, back in the ball game since the
incident. Will
Stern
say.
talking to,
Right.
whatever it was. You'll have to ask him about that
Yeah.
on the coaches show next week.
I'm not sure if I want to, Rob.
That's why I'm glad you guys are hosting the show and not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, but you're right. He has not been back in. Tyler Houston checked in.
Brunk makes the first.
He is now 3 out of 6 from the line. Brunk with 15 points. Big free throw here for Southport. Just 2:40 left, and he missed it.
Kind of an odd night at the foul line for both teams. Usually it's that second one that goes down if you're going to make one part of the double bonus or two-shot foul. But tonight it seems like it's been the second one they've had a hard time getting done.
Southport with some pressure here.
Walton's got it.
They're going to trap. They're looking to trap Brownsburg here on his own. Had some pressure there, bringing the ball up the floor.
Bulldogs in the spread offense. Really trying to wind this clock down. This would be a huge win. Ringo gets it up to Houston. Wide open jumper is short. Loose ball fought for. Ringo comes out of there with it. Gets it to Lucas. Huge save by the Bulldogs that time. Bulldogs student section on their feet. They're cheering.
Boy, Ringo with an effective drive to the basket. Passed up the shot. Went over to Houston, who was not able to convert.
Now Bulldogs back in a hold mode. Scruggs guarding Ringo. Ringo doesn't go anywhere with the ball. Gives it off to Lucas. Lucas holds center of the floor. Dribbles all the way left side. Gives it off to Walton. Walton comes back center. Takes it right. Bulldogs running the weave. You see teams practice this, but stolen away. And a foul called on Bennett.
Boy, Brownsburg very patient on offense. They were not going to go to the basket unless an open lane presented itself. Content to work the ball out on the perimeter, and they got the foul on Southport.
Foul is called on Bennett.
I think that's his 5th foul. Could be. And Mr. Bennett will be gone. He had a good game.
Boy, that's a huge foul for Southport, as he has really been the general. 14 points, but that doesn't even tell the story, as he has really, really done a nice job on defense and running the point for the Cardinals tonight. Minute 34 to go. These are some big free throws coming up.
Ringo at the line. He has not shot a free throw in this game, but he hasn't hit a field goal. He's 0 for 7 from the field, so he needs a free throw conversion right here, Rob. Big one.
Notre Dame trails Stanford 14-6 at the half. Halftime, South Carolina 17, Clemson 10. UCLA 22, USC nothing. Texas A&M 7, Missouri 0.
Got it. Ringo converts the first free throw, and that was a big one. His first free throw of the night, first point of the night. He's done his usual good job running the point, but also very good pressure defense by Ringo. But he needed that free throw, and he got it.
Now a 2-possession ball game, which is big. 1 timeout left for the Cardinals.
Good
2
job,
for the
everyone.
Bulldogs.
Good job on the timeouts.
You got to be a heady announcer, just like a heady player, Chris.
Good to see you back in the seat there on the play-by-play, Rob.
Well, it's like Elvis, one night only.
Okay. Ringo converts that second free throw, and Brownsburg leads 44-39, 1:26 left.
Scruggs with the ball, almost a must-score possession here for the Cardinals. With the ball, and a traveling called on Southport. Huge play for the Bulldogs.
Elijah Walton dribbling around, looking to go to get some kind of opening. He was being pressured by Trevor Lucas and just traveled down. Now Southport is going to pressure the ball inbounds here from Brownsburg to go full court.
Full court press by the Cardinals. Walton trap, picks the ball back up, and now a foul quickly called on Elijah Walton. So the Bulldogs, with a 5-point lead, a minute 20 to go, head back to the free throw line.
Elijah Walton with 2 points only here tonight, but that was a big foul, and Brownsburg will go to the line again. K.J. Walton, 2 out of 3 at the line so far tonight to go along with his big point production. I think he had 27 at last count.
Shot is up. It is no good. Rebound tracked down. And here come the Cardinals back the other way. Bulldogs got to hit their free throws if they're going to try to hang around in this one. Ball comes back. Oh, over the head, out of bounds, unforced error. That's a big one. Trying to hit Tim Jewell on the left wing for the Cardinals, and now a whistle, and Clevenger's going to check back in.
Rob, I think you can see since Mr. Bennett, their point guard, went out and fouled out there, they miss him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He is the ball handler.
Brunk's going to check out. That's a little surprising, but Coach going for a fast defense here for Southport.
Across the timeline. Ringo with it. Cardinals in need of a turnover. They have 9 team fouls, so double bonus the rest of the way for Brownsburg, who's content to try to drag this clock out. Little surprise, there's not been a foul yet. Lucas with it. He's not the one they want to foul. Over to Walton. Walton takes it into the lane. He'll be fouled by Clevenger with 46 seconds to play. Brownsburg up by 5.
Boy, good work by Brownsburg there on offense. They had that court spread way out. Everybody scattered across the floor, would not allow themselves to be trapped or hemmed in by the Southport defense. K.J. Walton at the line now.
First free throw's good. One more on the way.
28 points now for K.J. Walton. Second one good for Walton. And Brownsburg now leads 46-39, 43 seconds left. Rob, let's get it done.
Yeah, it's a 3-possession game now. Scruggs quickly, easy path to the basket, up and in, timeout Southport. 36 seconds to go, 46-41. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Southport. Chris, you want to take it away?
I sure do, Rob. You know, right now at your Brownsburg McDonald's, try these tasty holiday treats during the month of December. Peppermint mocha, milder blend of espresso, steamed milk, peppermint, and dark chocolate syrup. Topped with whipped cream and chocolate drizzle, available for a limited time, medium only, $2.99. The McRib is back, a hot sandwich that is a balanced blend of caramelized bread, seasoned pork, McDonald's signature McRib sauce, dill pickles, mild, fresh, silvered onions, now only $2.79. Both these are available at your 2 Brownsburg McDonald's on Main Street next to Marsh and just off Interstate 74. We do want to thank all our sponsors: McDonald's, Hendricks County Estate Buyers, Ivy Tech, Nelson Jewelers, Panuni's, Pete Fay, your State Farm agent, Westside Plumbing, and Wiley Paloozas.
Well, game reset for you. Looking favorably for the Bulldogs right now. 46-41 the score, 36 seconds to play in the ball game.
Okay, Southport going to press here on the Brownsburg inbounds again.
There's the quick inbound. Walton across the timeline, fouled from behind by Clevenger. And the Bulldogs will head back to the free throw line. Basically, if Brownsburg hits the free throws, this thing's all over. If they don't, we still got a ball game.
You sure about that, Rob? Clevenger only his second foul. Walton again at the free throw line. 4 out of 6 from the line, now 5 out of 7.
Big free throw there. That is the 30th point tonight for K.J. Walton.
Wow, did not score in the first quarter. So good job here again by he's their main scoring option this year, K.J. Walton.
Got the second, back to a 3-possession game. Southport out of timeout, so they've got to move quickly. Scruggs quickly to and a offensive foul. Yes, yep. Offensive foul.
Scruggs pushed off with the left arm, so Coach Lynch wanted that foul called earlier. He got it on that important possession.
So the Bulldogs with the win, assuming they can hang on here for these final 31 seconds, will move to 1-1 on the year.
Boy, and their coach getting a long time here with the referee. I don't know if they're specifically talking about that call or not, but Southport coach Kyle Simpson really getting an individual talk here with one of the referees at the sideline here.
Yeah, Simpson.
How can you talk to a referee this long?
It's the 5th foul on Scruggs, so he's taking his time.
There you go. He got his money's worth there.
He did.
When your dad coached Little League Baseball, did he ever argue with the umpires at all?
Yeah, occasionally. Dad was really the strategic type.
There you go. Oh, Ringo.
As there's a layup in for 2. You know, the psychological intimidation.
Okay. Boy, Ringo, a totally unselfish assist there. He could have gone in for the layup. got it to Mavunga for the easy 2.
50-41, the score. Turnaround jumper, hook shot up and in, but the Cardinals cannot stop the clock as the Bulldogs quickly into Houston. Houston dribbles, kicks it ahead to Mavunga. He'll take it to the lane, lost the handle on it. Doesn't matter. 2-1, and the Bulldogs take it 50-43 over the Southport Cardinals. Boy, Chris, what a night for the Bulldogs there.
Great comeback after that first quarter. The score at the end of the first quarter was 14-4 Southport. From then on, it was Brownsburg and especially K.J. Walton. What a game here. Either 30 or 31 points. He's the star of the game for Brownsburg. For Southport, Joey Brunk had a great game, but a really big, important win there for Brownsburg. They're now 1-1 on the season, and that is Coach Steve Lynch's first win here at Brownsburg.
Well, Chris, your closing thoughts on tonight's broadcast?
Great game. Like we said, an important game. Fishers will be in here next. When is that game, Rob?
Next Friday.
Next Friday against Fishers. So good effort here. Brownsburg's defense, we want to give them credit, too. When they switched that man-to-man, their defense got very aggressive, and that turned the corner. And after that first quarter, Brownsburg did a nice job to get the win. Yeah, huge win for the Bulldogs again, as you said, Chris. So, again, one final time, the Bulldogs take it 50-43. Special thanks to Chris for joining us tonight. Special thanks, obviously, to Ronald Norhead for stopping by, and a good job by the cameraman as well. Excellent job. So, thank you, Mike. Yep, definitely appreciate that. Again, final time, Bulldogs take it 50-43. For Chris Worley, I'm Rob Kendall saying, go Dogs, have yourself a great evening. Bulldogs take it 50-43.